Hey everybody, Valerian's here. So in today's video, I'm going to show you my portfolio and explain you how I managed to gain over 200% in the last 5 months. So if you're brand new to the channel, this channel I created to share with you the best information about the stock market, the economy, and my opinion, how we can become financially free. I try to make a good content for you, and all I ask in return is to smash that like button under this video. It's a brand new channel and I need your help as heir to leave. So the main goal right now is to get the monetization approval from the YouTube, so it's finally start to promote my channel to other videos. It's extremely hard, so I'll be extremely appreciate for any help from your side. Likes, subs, obviously, comments, shares, anything that you can do. I'll be highly appreciated, so thank you if you did. So with that being said, let's get into business. In the previous video, I explained how I've lost 35% of my money in the first months being brand new to the stock market, didn't know anything about the stocks and investing. And I shared with you some of the lessons and mistakes that I've learned on the way. So if you're brand new to the stocks as well, if you're brand new to investing and trading, this video is absolutely must for you to watch, so it will save you a lot of money. So when I was at my worst and didn't have any idea what the hell am I gonna do next, I have $5,800 in my portfolio and somehow I have to make 50% plus just to break even. And probably the main mistake that I've done even before I opened my portfolio is to have that misconception about how the money works. It's actually the common mistake of, let's say, poor people do have. They think as soon as you earn some money, you have to invest in something, which is, smart decision. But for some reason, they believe that the earning money is the hardest thing. But the hardest thing is to actually manage to save your money. I just need to invest my money in something and I will have an amazing return very quickly and I become a millionaire. That's how I thought as well. When I heard someone saying, oh, I'm investing in metals or oil. And you think, oh, that's so smart. He's going to make a lot of money, he's going to be rich. And I know that's how a lot of people actually getting rich. It's even sounds cool. I have my portfolio. I'm an investor. You can even smell the success. You just have to throw your money in something and 100% you will have a return. You will have this commission, that magic passive income that you don't have to work and you can do whatever you want. This horrible misconception about investment that, investment equals gaining money. And I have a lot of friends that ask me, oh, please teach me how to trade and invest. And I refuse because I know they're not ready to work their ass off to deal with the losses. And the only one, if something goes wrong, the only one they're gonna blame is me. Literally one guy asked me when he saw one of my trade, oh, please teach me, I want to trade as well. And I asked him, okay, how much money you want to invest? And he told me, oh, I want to start with $200. And really, he expected to make a 10x in just a couple of months. It's just unbelievable. And that's, how a lot of people think in my environment. They think, you just throw your money in, you're going to make 10x, 20x that quickly. Everyone is doing this. And when I start to explain him, look, you have to be patient. You have to analyze the company. You can expect maybe 10, 15% on average a year. He didn't reply. He just disappeared. And that's how a lot of people actually thinking about, this money, how the money works, how the investment works. But ask at least one real investor and he will tell you that if you have 30% a year, it's a freaking amazing result. 30% on average, you can expect maybe 10, 15% a year. And you will have some positions where you lose the money. It's just unavoidable. And the biggest myth that people do have is believe that investment is something that you don't have to worry about. You just put your money in something, you will have a commission back, this magic passive income. But investing and managing your money is the same job as your main job. It's real work. You have to spend hours and hours analyzing the company, their business model, their products, their PE ratio, their earnings, their debts. It's a hard work and a lot of people are not ready for this. And you can see in my previous video what happens with the unprepared person who came into the stock market. And only after I realized everything what I mentioned right now, I start having some results. So that's finally a fun part of the video where I explain how I actually managed to grow my portfolio. So I'm not gonna go into the history of my trades. To make it nice and simple, I bought a big tech companies that I like and that everyone knows, like Apple, Facebook, Tesla, and that was a damn right decision during the pandemic and the quantitative easing from the government in about $7 trillion. But the main tool that allowed me to get from $5,800 to almost $18,000 in just 5 months is, guess what? IPO. The initial public offering is something where the company goes public so everyone can buy a share. It's great for the company because they can raise more money to cover some debt or to accomplish some of the ambitious projects. And also it's great for investors like you and me because we can become one of the first owners of the great companies. And if it's a really great company like the Facebook or Google, will have an amazing return. So the reason why IPO became so popular in 2020, well, first of all, because of the stock market crash in March, a lot of companies didn't go public during the spring and they went public altogether in summer. So that's where I jumped into this hype of the IPO. But the main reason why they became so popular because the government printing so much money right now and people are home, people don't spend the money, and the only place their money can go is to the stock market because otherwise they're gonna start worthing less because of the inflation. And if you ask me right now, like which stocks in your opinion to buy right now, honestly, it's so hard to make this decision because the companies, the shares are too pricey right now. Everyone is so high, and honestly, I have no idea like where to put my money in because everyone is so high right now. So that's create a lot of demand for brand new companies that came into the stock, which is the IPOs. I started with the cancer companies that specialize in developing new ways of treating the cancer, and they turned very profitable. Even though, I made only like $100 or $200, but I realized, oh my God, that's where I should go, where I should invest my money in. So I started to go a little bit heavier in the next IPO. But to not make this video long and boring, I'm just going to show you my portfolio and the companies that I have in my portfolio right now, and go through some of them that got me the biggest gain and explain you why I choose those companies. And after, I'm going to go a little bit in more detail about the IPO itself, how to choose which rules and the commissions and possible strategies and risks that we might have when we applying for IPO, and obviously how we can make some money on it. Alright, let's go. So right now you can see my portfolio over here, and the first company that we're going to review, my biggest position, the company called Cure Vaccine, ticker symbol CVAC. So this company specializes in developing mRNA-based vaccines to treat diseases by mimicking the human biology to synthesize desired proteins. I know it sounds complicated, and actually it is. The point is, instead of working with the real human body and try to make medicine by using the test and all this kind of stuff, we're just mimicking the human biology, and we actually printing the desired medicines and desired proteins to treat the certain diseases. It's kind of revolution, and this company went public in summer, and since then it has grown by 663%. Unbelievably insane growth, and I'm so happy that I have invested in this company. And the main drivers that push the price so high were, well, first of all, this company is participating in the race of producing the vaccine against COVID-19. Second of all, the Elon Musk support this company to create the printer that will help to produce the vaccines much faster and with the biggest amount. And number three, well, it might be the main supplier of vaccines against COVID-19 in Europe. And, after a lockup period, after 3 months, the price was, I guess, like $85 a share, which is like 400 and something % of growth. But I didn't sell. I saw the potential of this company for $100, $150 a share. And straight after the lockup period, a lot of people start taking profits, and the price dropped by $75 a share. But I was damn right that I didn't sell Cure Vaccine. It's actually reached $100 a share. I was so surprised. I was so happy, but I didn't sell. I believe that this company might be $150 a share. So that was a damn right decision, and it actually reached $150 a share. But I didn't sell my position. I was greedy. Let's put it that way. I wanted that this company will go $160 a share so I can make 1000% and be so much proud of that. But straight after $150, the price started melting pretty much every single day. So I couldn't cope with that, and I sold half of my position by, I believe, $118, and the other half $107, which is still a lot of money that I gained on this company. So the second position, you can see the Tesla, my Tesla. We all know this company, and this been a wild race this year. This company grown like 500 something percent. So if you were invested in this stock, my congrats to you. You probably made tons of money. I bought only one share in summer when it was like 700 something dollars a share, and I wish I bought more, but I didn't expect such insane growth that fast. And even though this one share brought me like $1,500, so that's pretty much a lot. And I sold the shares when they split. There was a split of the Tesla stock. That means from one share you now have 5 shares. For example, one share worth of $2,500 on the peak, and then we have a split, so each you have 5 shares by $500. Since then, the company started melting, and it was around $400 a share. And I didn't want to buy this company by this price. I believe it's too high. But then we have a news that the Tesla is going to be included in the major index S&P 500, the 500 biggest companies in the world. And I realized that it's not going to go down. I mean, even though this stock is extremely overbought, the only way it's going to keep pushing up. So I bought the Tesla for $478. I took a risk, and you can see it brought me about 30+% on this deal. So I'm happy with that. Probably I'm going to reduce, maybe like 50% of my positions before 21st of December. That's the day when the Tesla is going to be in S&P 500, and we'll see what's going to happen. Probably, as a lot of people predicting, the price is going to go down because it just can't go up unstoppable. But who knows, that's exactly why I'm going to keep 50% of my position in a Tesla. I love this company. I love their business models. I love Elon Musk. If you watch me, you can say I love you too. I think it was damn right decision that they raised about $10 billion this year to expand their production. So I'm a huge believer in Tesla, even though the stock is extremely overbought right now. All right, let's move on. Stock number 3, Freedom Finance. That's the brokerage that I use. And honestly, this company is great. They choosing the greatest IPOs. They have an amazing support. They have an amazing analysis with the stocks. They're supporting the clients. The business model is growing insanely in Russia, and Ukraine, and all those countries. And the main reason why I bought this company, well, first of all, if you have the shares of the Freedom Finance, at least for $2,000, and you hold the share for about 3 months, you have a bigger allocation. The allocation, that's something that we're going to talk a little bit later, is extremely important in participating in the IPOs. So the bigger allocation you have, the more shares of the IPO stock you will have in your portfolio, so you will gain money faster. So that's the main reason why I bought this company. And so far you can see it's been amazing return on my money. Right now, let's go through some of the companies that gain over 100%, the IPOs that I bought recently, and after I'm going to explain you more about the IPO as was promised. So the first IPO we can see here called C3 Artificial Intelligence, ticker symbol AI. This company is a comprehensive application development and runtime environment that enables customers to quickly design, build, and deploy enterprise artificial intelligence applications of any type. So the reason why I bought this company, well, you can judge by the name because of the artificial intelligence. I believe we start using more and more artificial intelligence applications in the companies worldwide in the future. And right now, the market of the artificial intelligence is around 174 billions by 2020. In 2024, we expect to have about 271 billions of dollars of the applications with artificial intelligence. Right now, you can see it went up for about 140%. I believe it will continue going up. I see huge potential in this company. I will invest in the long term. Probably I will build a little bit heavier position here. We'll see what's going to happen. All right, moving on. The next IPO you can see called CEER has grown 250%, insane. And this company using nanoparticles for protein analysis. So another medicine company that use new technologies to produce highly effective medicines to treat complicated diseases much faster with low cost. So I think it's great IPO. Let's gonna watch how it's gonna go in the future. Number 3, Corsair Gaming's ticker symbol CRSR. Corsair Gaming is the company is a supplier of high performance equipment for gamers and components for game streaming. So basically, this is everything what you have to know about this company. From the very beginning, it didn't go up insane, but right now we can see more and more demand for this company, especially when everyone is at home using the computers, games, and streaming services. And again, this company grown 114% by now. And let's review one more before explaining a little bit more how the IPO works. So 24th of September, I bought the IPO. PRLD has grown 284%. It's a drug development for cancer treatment. And probably this year was one of the best year for cancer companies, that producing new ways of the treatment of the cancer. Pretty much all the companies that somehow connecting with the cancer treatments go insanely high. So you might think about that as well. So you can see in my portfolio that I have, some IPOs go up more than 200%, but I'd say majority of my IPOs go more than 60% in gain. And you might think, well, it's amazing result and that's a great tool to grow your money. All right, in summary, the IPO is an aggressive strategy to grow your capital fast. And the main benefit of by doing this is that you become one of the first investors in brand new companies. And on the bull market, you can see you can have an amazing return. But now let's talk about the other side of the IPO, what you have to know if you want to participate in the IPO. Well, first of all, let's talk about lockup period. When you're applying for the IPO, you have a 3 months lockup period. That means when you buy the shares of this company, you cannot sell the share for the next 3 months. The reason why it's made to protect the shares from volatility and speculation. Because, for example, if the price is going to go up for about 100% in first day, obviously a lot of investors would like to take profits and sell the position, so the stock is going to go down, and that's bad for the company and the long-term investors. So if you buy the IPO, be ready to forget about your money for the next 3 months. And if you see that some IPOs go up for 100, 200, 300% in the first day, well, it means basically nothing. The real result we can judge by the end of the lockup period after these 3 months. Number 2, the allocation. Something that I told before, the bigger allocation you have, the more shares of this company you have in your portfolio. Let's say you want to buy the Apple. You see the price, you type, let's say you want to buy 5 shares, and you have this in your portfolio. With the IPO, you have to apply in order to participate in the IPO. For example, in my brokerage in Freedom Finance, the minimum amount of money that you can apply in order to participate in an IPO is $2,000. And it doesn't mean that, if you apply with $2,000, you will have the shares worth of $2,000. You will have some percentage from your application, for example, 10%. That means you will have $200 worth of the shares from your application, and that's what we call the allocation. It's good and bad at the same time. If you see that the volume of the placement is slow, probably the IPO is going to be successful, and we can gain a lot of money. But at the same time, a lot of other investors are thinking exactly the same way, so they want to participate in the IPO as well. And more demand we have for this IPO, the lower will be your allocation. So that means we'll have less shares and less profit as well. And you can see on my on examples of my latest IPOs, for example, artificial intelligence, I applied for this IPO with $10,000 and they gave me like $210 of these shares, which is about 2%. Basically, it's nothing, even though the IPO went up for about 140%. So we went through basically the main information that you have to know about the IPO. First of all, 3 months lockup period. Number two, the allocation. So how we can find the best IPOs of the best, as you can see in my portfolio. Because as I mentioned before, we have a lot of, this is a risk. This is high risk. You might have the IPOs with a 30-50% loss. And most of the time on this IPO, we have a high allocation. So we can take a massive loss by participating in the IPO. As you can see, for example, the recent IPO with McAfee, we have a high allocation, about 75%, and the stock just dropped insane. So be very careful with this. And if you want to learn how to find the best of the best IPOs, analyze the company, the business model, the underwriters, to have the substantial growth of your capital, I'm going to make a special video on this. We're going to explain everything step by step to find the best IPOs to grow your wealth. So if you want this to happen, I need your help. As I mentioned before, I need your help and motivation. If this video gets at least 100 comments and 100 likes, I start to work on a new video about the IPOs. So you will help me and I will help you to grow your wealth. Deal? Alright, so with that being said, don't forget, if you have any questions, you can message on my Instagram. I'm always open to have a chat with you. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching and may the force be with you.